Okay.
Let us start the OC40 server first. Right. Today we are going to see a narrative view. First one, okay? A narrative view. Okay? Right. From the poets, I'm going to select the poet category. And from the sales pack, I'm going to select change month over dollars and just click on display results like this. You got change month over dollars. Fine. Go back to the criteria. And I want to create a calendar for current month. So, I want to create a filter on the current month. I take the calendar, I hold the control key and click on calendar month name. And let's say the current month would be January. Okay, click on OK. Now this is the current month. I display the results. I get the results for the current month January like this. Go back to the criteria. Now I want to add a filter on this change month over dollars. Okay, I want to add a filter on this change month over dollars. The filter is like this. If change month ago dollars is less than, okay, the value is 0. If it is less than 0, that means it is negative, right? Click on OK. Then click on display results. Okay, so there are some negative results like this, change month ago dollars. You see the negative results, right, guys? Fine. Now, what I'm going to do is, from the compound layout, I'm going to be other views, and I'm going to click on a view called as narrative view, like this. Okay, this is what is called as for narrative view. So what is this narrative view? View will help us to narrate something about the current report. Okay, it will help us to narrate something with a descriptive text about the current report. You see, I have a prefix, narrative, row separator, and postfix option, and the number of rows to display here. There's nothing to display right now. Okay, now under the narrative, I'm going to type something like this. Okay, so just observe what I'm going to type. @1. Okay, declined. @2. percentage this month. Compared with last month. Now click on display results. So did you get something? Some results here? Yes?
Yeah. Hello.
So what is the result you got?
Hello.
Yeah, hi Farida, how are you?
Hi, Professor. I'm good. Did I miss more?
No, just started. I just started this. Okay, I have taken a criteria like this for category, change month over dollars. Okay, we filter calendar month name is equal to January, and I applied a filter on change month over dollars is less than 0. It is less than 0 means it will have negative results, right? So when I click on display results like this, the normal view is compound layout. It is going to show me all the negative values like this. Fine?
Yes. What is this class today? If still we are continuing with pivot table or?
No, we have finished pivot table.
Okay.
The next views we are talking about. So today we are going to see the narrative view and few other views. Okay. So when I click the compound layout results, you can see that the product category and the corresponding negative values to change month over dollars are displayed like this. Excuse me, right? Fine? Hello?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Now I'm going to select a view called as the narrative view like this. Okay. In the narrative view, what I have done is I have typed something like this. Normally it will be blank like this, the narrative view. It has prefix, the narrative text, the row separator, the rows to display, and the postfix. Okay. So prefix and postfix, you can give anything that you want to have before the narrative view and after the narrative view. You can use the HTML tagging also. Bold, bold, what is this, call as underline and all this stuff. Now, in the narrative view, I say @1. When I say @1, it refers to the first column. Okay, declined. Okay, declined. @2 percentage this month compared with last month. Compared with last month. Okay. So @1 refers to the first column. @2 refers to the second column. So if you want to give a narrative view, you use the symbols to compare this. Now, to highlight the column values, okay, to highlight column values, what I'm going to do is select @1, make it bold like this. Select @2 percentage, make it bold like this.
Oh, it is like XML tagging kind of stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm using a row separator like this,
Yes,
2
yes.
hyphens. And I can say line break. Now you can see electronics declined -26239% decline compared with the last month. You can see a description now. Electronics declined. The same thing if you view it in the compound layout, electronics have declined this much, right? Yes or no? That is the negative values. Negative means decline, right? Yes.
Yeah.
So same thing I'm giving here. Skip to, that is the narrative view. So it is going to tell me hardware declined. So if you see in the criteria, there is one column product category. There is one more column change month over dollars. Okay. So what is this column? Column number 1. So @1. Column number 2, @2. If you have any other columns, you refer the third column with @3, fourth column with @4. Similarly, if you see this, okay, you see here @1 declined. So I'm using a word called as decline here. @2 percentage. So I want to represent this, the negative values, this month compared with last month. So whatever you want to describe, okay, you can use this narrative view. So I wanted to say that this electronics or this whatever product category types have negative values or had decreased this month compared with the last month. So I wanted to describe it. So I use this narrative value. You can always say how many number of rows to display. I have only 2 rows to display. It will display only 2 rows. So if you leave it blank, it is going to display all the rows like this. Fine. Got it? Narrative view, very simple. Understood?
Yeah.
Any doubts?
No.
Okay, fine. Now, fine. So, in this report, it is displaying all negative values. Okay? That means this report is only for the values that have been declined. That means when there are negative values, we are saying that this is the negative values. Okay?
You said when it's negative values, we do what?
See, these are the negative sales, right?
Yes.
Yes. So what if there are no negative sales? If there are no negative, let's say no product category has declined. There is no declination in any product category. Okay, that means there are no results. When I am searching for negative results, there will be no results, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
So that means no products category have been declined this month, right?
Yes.
Yes. So what I'm going to do is, I am going to select something called as no results from here. Okay? Yes?
Yes.
Click on no results. Click on display results. Nothing to display here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you have a headline here, right? You see the headline? The headline part?
Yeah.
Yes. I say no
Um,
categories. No categories declined this month. Okay?
Yes.
In the text I am going to write something like all categories had positive sales result compared with the previous month. I say all categories had positive sales results compared with the previous month. Okay? Positive sales results compared with the previous month. Fine?
Yeah.
Click on display results. Okay? Now go to the criteria and I edit the filter and I say value is null. When I say value is null,
I think you have to remove that zero value in the value field.
no, we'll make it 0. Okay? Value is equal to 0. Now, change month ago dollars. Did you find any change month ago dollars at 0? Yes? Anywhere?
Yeah.
So when I say that change month ago dollars is 0, that means in our results till now we didn't have any change month ago dollars 0. It was either negative or positive, but not 0, right? So then it should display me no results view, because basically What it is showing me here? What is it showing me here in the display results?
All categories had positive sales results.
So normally the in the compound layout view it says now. You see the compound layout result now? No, actually whenever there are no results, it will just say no results found, right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever there are no results for your request, it says no results found, right? That no results we have customized this one. I say no categories declared this month. All categories are positive sales results compared with the previous month. Something like this. Got it? Yes?
Yeah.
Yes. So that is what is no results view. So I'll explain you with some other example. Let us go here. So remove all. Let's say calendar year and amount. So I put a filter on calendar year, and in the choices in the calendar year, you see 2002 is the last. I use a value called as 2003. Is it there in the database? No, right? Right?
Yeah.
So it will obviously give a result saying no results found. It has to lead to this no results found like this. Times calendar year and sales amount. So now it is going to display you some result here like this 2001, 2000, 2000. So I want to put a filter on the calendar year for 2002. I want to see whether the result is there for 2002. Click on display results. It says no. This is the default one which you get. This is the default result which you get when there are no results for your request, right? This is the no results view actually. It says the specified criteria did not results in any data. This is often called with a query change column, something like this. And it is also going to show you the value calendar year is equal to 2002. Now, do you think that the user is going to understand this? The end user? I have to give him a customized, meaningful information, right? Yes or no? Yes?
Yes.
So that is why I go to the no results preview like this and say no sales for this, no sales for the year for this year. And the text I say this year I say there are no sales for this year. So this is a meaningful information, right? Okay?
Yeah.
Yes. Now when I execute the query, this one in the compound layout, I get this. Instead of the no results view, something like a technical information, I get a view like this. No sales for this year. There are no sales for this year. So this is giving the user a meaningful information. So whenever your query does not yield any rows or there are no results for any query or request, so you can use the no results view to give a meaningful information to the end user. Got it? Yes?
Yeah.
Yes. So that is about the narrative view and the no results view. Fine?
Yeah.
Yes. Now let me go to the criteria. So remove all. Remove the filter. Now I am going to show you something called as column selectors and view selectors. For this I want to create a report here, okay, to show you what is column selector and view selector. So from the calendar here I am going to use the let's say calendar month description like this, and that's fine. And from the products I am going to use product category, and from the channels, let's say I am going to use channel class, and from the amount sold, from the sales price I am going to use amount sold, right? Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a normal request. So when I click on display results, it is going to show me the report. This is the report. Fine? Yes?
This is the what report?
This is the normal compound layer report. Calendar, month, description, product category, channel class, and amount sold. Fine?
Yeah.
Yes. So it is having this many number of rows. So total 714 rows. Okay? The 12 months report. January, February, March, April. Okay? So all the years starting from 1998-01. Fine? Now, can I change the column dynamically to change the report? No, when I have the report, instead of product category, I want to select product subcategory. When I have channel class, I want to change to channel description dynamically. When I have month description, I want to go for month name. When I have amount sold, I want to go for some other things. So if you want to change a column dynamically, okay, there is a view called as column selector, which will allow you to select a column. Okay, I say include selector. So in place of calendar month description, you can specify what all other columns you want to have. I want to have calendar month name and let's say calendar year. Two choices. And for the product category, I want a product subcategory and product name. And for the channel class, let's say I want to have description and total. And the other columns for amount sold, I want to have the unit cost and gross profit. Okay. Now when I say display results, okay, now when you go back to the criteria and you click on display results here like this, this is the compound layout, right? The normal table. Now go to add view and say column selector. Now at the bottom you can see the columns here. You can change any column now. Now the default columns are calendar month, description, part, category, class, and amount sold. Now this time I want to have calendar year in my column. So select calendar year, the report will automatically change to calendar year. So you see, got calendar year. Now this time I want to display product subcategory. Select product subcategory, the report will automatically display subcategory. And this time instead of amount sold I want unit cost. Fine. So like this, I can change my columns dynamically whenever I want, whatever I want. But only one column at a time, not all the columns simultaneously. This time I want product name. I select product name. Let us change the product name. One channel total. Calendar month name. This time the calendar month name. Got it? Yes?
Yeah.
So this is what is the column selector. So column selector will help you to select columns randomly like this for your report. The normal this is your normal compound layout, and this is your column selector. So at runtime you can select whatever column you want like this, calendar year and class. You can select calendar month description. If you have chance immediately, let's say, if it is taking some time, you can select other thing also, if it is possible. Product category, gross profit. If it is taking time, you can select whatever you want. If it is allowing you something like this randomly. Month name and say product name. No, it didn't take. It's taking only one time. Only one column, you see? And even though I'm trying to do something randomly like this. But it is going to display only one column at a time. Calendar month description. You see the report changing? So this is the advantage of column selector. Okay, guys, understood what is column selector?
Yeah.
Fine. Next. Okay. Now the next view is the view selector. I'm going to tell you what is this view selector. So view selector will allow you to create different views at a time. But before that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to compound layout only. I'm going to criteria. Remove all. I want to have something like calendar year and amount sold. So I click on display results. The default view is calendar year. Then I select a chart. This is the normal chart. Okay. That is vertical bar chart. Then go back to the compound layout. I come again and select the chart. This time this chart is pie chart. Okay. Go to the compound layer. Go to the criteria now. I'm going to click on chart view again. This time I'm going to select a radar chart like this. A pie chart again. Go back to the compound layout. Okay, fine. I'm going to the gauge view now. This is the gauge view which I selected. Then this is the pie chart view. Okay, gauge view, pie chart, fine. Next going to click on column selector, include selectors. I'm going to include calendar month name, and amount sold I'm going to include this from. Then come back to the compound layer. The add view, chart view also. Okay. Now how many views are there? Title, table, column, gauge, chart views, right? Yes?
5.
How many views are guys?
5.
And add view, column selector. How many views are there right now?
5.
5, right?
Yeah.
Let's add view, one more view. Click on chart. This time make a radar chart. Chart 2 also appears. Fine? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I go to my view selector here. Now you see it as a compound layout. I am going to give say, caption says select your view. Okay? Position left. You can change always the position. Now I'm going to put a compound layout like this. Compound layout will have all the views like this. So I'm going to take this back. I'm going to put a table like this first. And a table like this, title and table. Then I want a chart like this. Then I have chart 2. I add chart 2. This chart I am going to rename it as a pie chart. Yes. And the chart to what I'm going to add, I'm going to rename it as the radar chart. And I'm going to add the gauge, and I'm going to add the column selector. Fine.
Yeah.
And now you click on criteria and display the results like this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now go to compound layout, remove all this, it's add view, select only view selector. Got it?
Yeah.
Yes. Now from this view selector, this is in the compound layout view. I deleted all this. Now you view your table. It will show you the table, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is that you want to view again? I want to have a pie chart for this. Get the pie chart for this. Now you want to have a gauge view. You get a gauge view for this. You want to have a column selector. You get a column selector for this. Select the columns whatever you want. Okay. Because it is not displaying the view because I did not add the compound layout in the view. Okay. If you go back to the view selector and instead of type I push it back, title and table, like this. Compound layout. So I have pie chart, radar chart, gauge and column selectors. Because I deleted the this. So like this, now I give a table view, title, display this. So it is going to display on the table now. It's going to display on the title now. I didn't give any title for the title of the table. Gauge. Okay. So go to the criteria. Now I'm going to click on display results. I'm going to select one more view selector like this. I say go to criteria, click on compound layout. I delete this and say add view, one more view selector. Okay. Now in this view selector, you have the table view. I mean the already existing one. You have the gauge view, you have the title, you have the radar chart. Yes. Now let us go to the answers. Click on sales, click on product category and amount sold. Display results like this. I get the result. Now for this result, let us say I am going to choose a chart. This is the default chart, vertical bar chart. Come back, compound view. So in the add view, I have a chart here. Again, I am going to add one more chart. So add view, chart. This time, this chart I am going to make it as a pie chart. Come back to the results, go to the chart, display results, compound layer, the chart 2 has been added here, right? So this is the compound layer. Chart 1, chart 2, then I say add view, I gauge view for this, fine. Come back to the compound layer, gauge view is also added, I say add view, let's say I'm going to add column selector, include selector, product subcategory, include selector, gross profit loss. Display results, then display results now. This is column selector, compound layer. So it is also adding the column selector like this. Now I go to the view and say view selector. So I add the compound layer like this. That is, it is the union of all. This is the table. Title has not been added. Add the title also. Okay, but there is no title right now. So add chart, first chart. I'm not renaming it this time. Chart 2, column selector. Fine. So this is the view selector. With the compound layout, it is displaying everything. Now select view selector only. Okay. Now give me any caption. Views. Display results. So right now it is views. The views is compound view. Select chart. It is going to display only chart like this. So go to the compound layout. Now add the view selector to a compound layout like this. Okay. Now here select the chart. You're going to display the chart like this. Chart 2. Okay. Now this is compound layout, say title. It's showing me the title. The chart is showing me the chart. This is chart 2. It's showing me the chart 2. Now say column selector, it's showing me column selector. Yes. So view selector will help you to select your different types of views. You can create your own views, give a name to that views. So my views are these are the current views available, and you can give an option for the end user to create the list of his views and select the views that they want. Got it? Guys, understood?
Yeah.
Understood the importance of view selector? You can create the list of different views so that you can give it as a selection or a choice list for the end user. So you can say from the list you can select the chart and say pie chart, graphic chart, then the table view, column selector, filters. So you can always use view selector to create a list choice list of different views, and whenever you use this view selector, it has always it can give the option for the end user to select what type of view he wants for the report, for the current existing report. So based on the view he wants, let's say I want pie diagram. So from the view selector I select pie diagram, then it is going to display the pie diagram. If I gauge, I select gauge, It's going to display the gauge. I didn't have the gauge like this. So if I add a gauge, it's going to display the gauge like this. Adding view selector. Default is title and table. Now I say I want a gauge for this. It's going to display the gauge for this. Now I want to have only table. It's going to display only table like this. I want to say only chart. I want to say chart 2. Right chart. It's a gauge. I say column selector. Now I can change this to gross profit logical. Yes. Now you select chart. It is going to give the chart for product category and gross profit. Product category and gross profit. Previously it was amount sold. Now chart 2, pie chart, is going to give the chart for amount sold and gross profit. I mean logical. Right. Products and the gross profit logical. You see it here? So like this you have dynamic views based on your view selector. So say, use your view selector to give a choice of different views to your end user, so that from the drop down list he can select whatever view he wants. Got it, guys? Understood? Yes? Hello?
Yes.
So very simple, right? Very easy, very simple. So these are the views. So today we have seen the narrative view, the no results view, the column selector, and the view selector. Fine, guys? Yes? Yes?
Yeah.
So what are the things we have seen today? Can you tell me? What are the views we have seen today?
Narrative views,
Narrative,
column
no results.
selector. Yeah.
no results, column selector, and
And view selector. So out of these views available, we have seen compound layout, title, table, chart, pivot table. Gauge also we have seen, right? Did we see the gauge?
Yeah.
Yeah, gauge.
Anyway, I will explain it tomorrow again, the gauge. Okay. So tomorrow I am going to explain gauge and filters. I think we have seen this, but we are small views. I am going to explain this tomorrow once again. In the other views, we have seen column selector, view selector, narrative view, and no results view. Right?
Yeah.
Yes. So tomorrow we are going to see funnel chart, the legend, ticker, static results, logic SQL. So tomorrow we are going to finish off this. All the view section, that is the answers view section, will be over for tomorrow.
I have a question here, Prasad.
Please go ahead.
Regarding, suppose if the requirement is that we build a report, narrative report, and display it on the user's dashboard, and users have to explain why it is like that. Suppose we had like the sales were declined in so and so month for electronics.
Yes.
So the particular store guy, the store user, whoever manages that store, they have put that narrative report on his dashboard, and he has to explain why it is like that. So is there any way we can add a text box somewhere so that he can explain why that is like that?
Yes. You have a static text like this. You see here?
That is it. Okay.
You put a static text, and here you can give a information. Static text is just for the condition what you have asked.
Okay.
You can give a static text. Or else you also have an option called as ticker. Ticker is for flash animated text. You give something, see.
Yes. Okay.
So it's like a flash. So this
So
will...
when he enters the static text, is it going to be saved in the report or database or somewhere?
No. Static text will be in the report only, not in the database.
Okay, it will be in the report. So, okay, it will be saved.
It will be saved in the report. You can see, I didn't show you how to save the report till now. Till now, I haven't saved any report.
Oh, okay.
You save the report will be saved. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, anyhow we'll be seeing that tomorrow. So yeah.
Sure, 100%. In the next coming classes, we'll see how to use
I thought
this.
that will be somewhere in the narrative, so I just got that doubt in my mind.
No. That's fine. You can always have a separate text to, whatever information you want to provide regarding any type of reason. Okay, fine?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other doubts?
No, nothing from my side.
Okay. Okay, then you can stop the recording and let me know.
Yeah, stop.
Is Farida stopped?
Yeah, stop.
Okay, fine. Good night. See you tomorrow.
Okay, good night. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
The